This is probably one of the most unflattering tops that I've kept in my closet for way too long. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Deconstrut. I do DIY videos and today I have a thrift flip. Though I guess I didn't really thrift this item, I just found it in my closet and we're going to flip it and make it into something a little bit cuter. Lately I've been on Pinterest and I found a lot of pictures of girls in long sleeve tees with like open back details, and I thought it was really cute and I kind of wanted one. So I was thinking maybe this would be a good candidate to flip into one of those items. This top is, I believe, an old athletic top. I actually think it's my brother's when he used to play hockey, and it's like an Under Armour shirt type thing. Like from when he was maybe 12. I guess I haven't grown much because this still kind of fits me. It's very shapeless, boxy. The sleeves are definitely not long enough on me. It hits at this weird like quarter length, like mid-arm area spot. And it's just like really unflattering. So I was going to get rid of this, but I think we could salvage it. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. If you wanna see how I transform this black top into the backless, sexier version, then please keep on watching.
In this before try on clip, you can see that the top is quite unflattering. The sleeves are not fitted, they're quite baggy, hits at an awkward length, and it makes it look like it just shrunk essentially, and the overall fit of the body is quite boxy and the top is just not very cute. It looks like a little kid's shirt, which it is, but in the most not so cute and unflattering way.
This is really not a cute top right now, but we're gonna make it cute.
So to start, you'll want to lay out your top on a flat surface and flip it inside out. Next, I took a fitted long sleeve top of mine that fit me well, and I laid it on top to figure out how much to take in on the sleeves. I wanted to make the sleeves to be snug and fitted at a longer length. Laying it out on top and lining up the seams, I started marking where I want to sew with chalk and pin down areas as I went. I took in the sleeves around 1 inch and also took in the sides of the top as well to fix that boxy shape and to create a more fitted look. By taking in the sleeves and sides, it actually extended the sleeves and made it reach my wrists, but with some of the extra fabric, if your top doesn't fit you correctly, you can definitely add it to the sleeve length. So next I measured out how short I wanted the crop top to be. I knew I wanted the top to hit above my belly button, but also long enough that when I raised my arms it wouldn't slide up too far. So measuring from the bottom of the top, I marked with some fabric chalk and trimmed off the excess fabric, making sure that I left 1/2 inch seam allowance to hem the bottom of the shirt for a more finished look. I then took the top over to the serger to sew the sleeve and the side. You can also use a regular sewing machine for this step, just be sure to use a dense zigzag stitch. And after a quick try on to check the fit of the sleeve, I folded the top over in half to copy the same modifications onto the other side. This way you can make sure the sleeves and sides are exactly the same, and if modifications were needed, you can just do it once instead of twice. So here I'm just marking the other side of the sleeve with some chalk, pinning things, and going back to the serger and taking it all in for the new fit. Now with the new crop fitted long sleeve top, I laid it out with the back facing upwards to work on the back cutout shape. I started by measuring around 1.5 inches from the armpit seams and marking the sides with pins. This is where the cutout arch starts. You want to make sure that there is some fabric underneath the sides of the sleeves so that the top doesn't gape when you wear it. Next, you'll want to mark the top of the arch, measuring like how high it goes on your back. In hindsight, I probably could have even gone higher, maybe even at 3 inches. But something to note is just the higher you go, the less structure you'll have in the back of the top, so just be aware of that. So taking a pair of scissors, you'll want to cut out the back shape, leaving room for a 1/2 inch seam allowance, which will help in creating the casing for your strap in the next few steps. For the strap, or the tie, I used shoelaces in a matching color. This is a very TikTok aesthetic, but you can use anything you have lying around, like ribbon, or creating a strap from scratch from the leftover material that you cut earlier. Because my shoelaces were a bit shorter than what I wanted, I decided to combine 2 of them by cutting off the ends on one side and overlapping them and stitching them together to create one mega long strap. I think it's always cuter to have the strap longer so you can have the excess tie hanging down your back, or even wrap the ties back to the front of your top so you can create a crisscross detail in the back. Next, I hemmed the bottom of the top with a quick zigzag stitch across the front, maintaining stretch, and it'll help give it a very clean look at the bottom of the top. The last bit of sewing for this project will be to create the casing for the strap. I cut in notches at the starting points of the arch to prevent any weird bunching of the fabric. If you have a more curved arch, I would recommend adding more notches. Folding over the edge at 1/2 inch, I pinned everything in place, and with a sewing machine, I sewed a straight stitch around the back cutout, making sure to leave enough room for my shoelaces to feed through later. This is what the top should look like with the back all sewn up. You can see there is no bunching because the notches in the previous step allow for the fabric to have less tension and it can lay perfectly flat. Taking a safety pin and attaching it to the shoelace strap, I used it to thread the shoelace through the back of the shirt. Also making sure that both ends of the strap are even on either side of the top. And then as an optional last step, I added in a few holding stitches at the top of the arch so the strap won't slide around when wearing or washing, and that's the clothing flip completed. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that clothing hack, thrift flip, not really a thrift flip, clothing flip. This time. It's so quick and easy. Like, this did not take long whatsoever. Like, I got this done in, I want to say like an hour or so. Like, if I wasn't filming, it would have been an hour. But because I'm filming, it takes like double or triple the time. But it's so cute. Like, this is, I think this is going to be my new favorite pose in the shirt, so it's like a little bit back. If you guys end up recreating this top, which I really think you should because it's super cute and really easy, please use the hashtag Deconstrut so I can find all of your recreations. If you like DIY videos and other fun things, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe down below to my channel. That would be wonderful. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time in another DIY. Bye!
Let me paint a picture. I see they don't understand. Feeling like Picasso.